What's up, YouTube? I'm Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Today I'm talking about fragrances I am currently obsessed with. Well, obsessed might be a strong word. I don't know if I'm obsessed. I like these a lot. I've been really digging these a lot. How about we just keep it at that? I've been really digging these fragrances a lot. I have 10 that I want to talk to you about. And that's what we're going to be getting into today, man. So if you want to see what's on my radar, 10 fragrances I've been really digging into as of late and really enjoying, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. As I said, I'm Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I talk about men's fragrances and fashion on this channel. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and make sure you hit that bell icon as well so that when I upload new content, YouTube will notify you. All right, shout out, man. I want to say this is for the gentleman that commented on my video a few videos back and say that it was corny, that I was corny because I was drinking coffee. I don't know what it is about me and coffee, but people seem to attack me because sometimes I drink coffee on my videos. So for you, that is so corny that you didn't understand or realize that you were corny for thinking that I was corny just because I drink coffee. That's some corny shit, just so you know. But this is for you. All right, now that we've gotten that foolery out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the fragrances. Now, listen, guys, this is a house that I'm really about to start digging into. I smell a lot of their fragrances. The last time I went to Neiman Marcus, I smell a lot of their stuff, and I'm going to be purchasing more. But this is from the house of Billhelm Parfumery, and this is called Morning Chess. Morning Chess. I would say maybe about 3 years ago, this particular fragrance started to seemingly gain some traction in the fragrance community because it does kind of smell like Creed Aventus, but it's not exactly a clone of Creed Aventus. This definitely kind of goes its own way when this fragrance starts to dry down, but man, this stuff is really good. I've been enjoying the heck out of this. I actually got this fragrance as a gift from the missus on Christmas, and man, I've been really loving this one, man. I have a small amount of my Parfum's vintage left that has a really pineapple-y batch of that, if you will. And I've been combining it with this, and it works magic. So, again, I've been really enjoying wearing this one as of late. I told you guys before, man, I'm trying to preserve, if I can, my what I have left of my 4-ounce bottle of Creed Aventus, because if you look anywhere online, anybody that has a 4-ounce bottle of Creed Aventus, they trying to hit you completely over the head for it. I seen one on eBay for $8.99. Safe to say I won't be purchasing that. So I'm going to hold on to my own 4-ounce bottle, and this is something that I can wear in the interim that's going to give me satisfy that desire when I have a hankering to wear Creed Aventus. Guys, check this one out. It's really good, and it's not that expensive. I think these 3.4-ounce bottles retail for maybe $2.25, so they're reasonably priced. From the house of Billhelm Parfumery, this is called Morning Chess. All right, and the next fragrance up on this list, I want to send a shout out to my guy. I think his real name is Eric from Centrifugal Force. I think that's how you say it. I love his channel, man. He's an OG in the fragrance community. Been doing it for a long time. One of his favorite houses, but nobody really talks about this house, and I love their fragrances. This is from Profumum Rome, and this one is called Dulcis and Fundo. Dulcis and Fundo, man, I love this fragrance. I love a lot of their fragrances. I'm going to be doing a video and kind of highlighting this house really soon. I got this fragrance from my guy, man. His name is Derek Nowak. I think that's his name. He's in a lot of the Facebook groups and stuff like that, but he has an eBay store. I'll try to remember to link the eBay store to this video because he sells a lot of fragrances from Profumum Roma. I haven't gotten all mine from him, but I think 3 of the fragrances I have in my collection from this house I got from him. These are not, available at a lot of discounters and places like that, but you can get them again from him on at his eBay store for a nice little discounted price. But man, this stuff is amazing. If you like creamy citrus fragrances, this is going to be the house for you. Vanilla, it's creamy, orange, citrusy opening, and it kind of smells like an orange creamsicle cake. I've seen that before, and that's exactly what I think about when I smell this fragrance. So citrus, orange, creamy goodness in a bottle. So check this one out from Parfum Roma. This is called Dulcis and Fundo. All right, guys, the next fragrance up that I've been really enjoying, and this is more intrigue with this fragrance because I'm really trying to figure it out. I love the bottle. I love the way it smells, but I'll get into this a little bit later. I'm going to be comparing this and another fragrance from this house that came out. But anyway, I'm talking about this one from Tom Ford, and this one's called Bitter Peach. Bitter Peach, definitely unisex. Again, I'm very intrigued by this fragrance. I love, one of the notes I've been loving lately, I mentioned this a lot, is the note of peach. It's not used a lot in men's fragrances, but this is one that's unisex that guys can wear. Now, with that being said, you're gonna see a lot of people say this leans more feminine. I don't really agree with that. I think this is more straight down the middle, 50-50. I'm intrigued as heck by this fragrance because I love the note of peach, and of course, with the name Bitter Peach, is very prominent in this scent, but I'm still really trying to figure this thing out. I love the way it smells. I really love the way it smells. I do somewhat have an issue with performance. I want to wear it a little bit more and make sure that what I've gotten the first couple times I've worn this is exactly what it is. But I do really love the way that this thing smells. Again, I've really been loving this as of late. One of the newer fragrances from the private collection, although it seems like Tom is releasing a lot of fragrances from the private collection, like back to back. But I do like it. So from Tom Ford, this is Bitter Peach. I've been enjoying that one. And the next fragrance, guys, I've really been enjoying this one, and I've talked about it a lot, so I won't go a whole lot into a lot of specifics on this one, but it's from Roja Dove, and this is Burlington 1819. This fragrance is phenomenal, and again, I think this has moved into definitely my top 15 fragrances for sure. And I say 15 to be on the safe side without really giving much consideration, but definitely probably moving to my top 15 in my entire collection. A masterpiece of a fragrance from Roja Dove. It is spicy, woody, slightly aromatic. Oh man, this is just something that you have to really try, man. I really can't find the words to really describe how good this stuff is, but just know that it is a phenomenal fragrance. So if you have an opportunity, I know Roja fragrances are expensive, guys, so if you can get a sample it. But this stuff is definitely worth it to me. From the house of Roja Dove. Again, this one is called Burlington 1819. Now, this is probably going to surprise you guys because this is an older fragrance and I've had it in my collection for a while, but I will explain why it's a fragrance that I'm currently loving again from the house of Tom Ford as well. Is this one, Noir Extreme. Noir Extreme. Now, on a list like this, a lot of times something that really contributes to stuff that I'm currently loving. Oftentimes it's a fragrance that I haven't had in my collection that long, so it's a newer fragrance. So, you know how we are, guys. We have fragrances that we love sometimes for 5 minutes, and then we get something new, and it kind of takes some of the other fragrances' place. That's just how it goes. And with this one, I've had it for a while, but I told you guys my bottle was all the way down to here. So it's almost gone, and I haven't used it as much as of late, because one day I was ironing and I had this on the ironing board and the missus knocked this one down by accident and it kind of messed the nozzle up. So now, if you guys can see this, it sprays, but it kind of shoots out more on a straight line. And oddly enough, that I haven't worn it as much for that reason, or else this bottle probably would have been gone. So why is it on this list? Because I got a new bottle, and that again has kind of made me go back to this and start loving it all over again. So I got a brand new bottle of my baby right here, Noir Extreme. Definitely, again, one of my favorites. Now I got a bottle and about a third left in this one. So definitely is one that I've revisited, and I've been loving this thing as of late. I always love it, but oh my gosh, I don't think you can find anything that smells much better than this one. So again, one I always champion on the channel. I got a new bottle, so I've been loving it even more lately, from the House of Tom Ford. Guys, get your nose on this. It's called Noir Extreme. All right, the next fragrance on the list, one of my newer acquisitions from the house of Amouage. And man, this one doesn't get talked about a lot, but is one of the better releases to me from of late from Amouage, and this one is called Meander. Look at that beautiful, almost like a, not lime green, but almost a sea green kind of color. But this fragrance is phenomenal, guys. It's very unique, man. I told you, it has a very unique note of, I think it's carrot seeds, maybe, of carrot oil or something to that effect. But there, you definitely get this kind of smell of slightly sweetened carrot. It has some sandalwood in here with that carrot seed kind of accord. And I told you what this really smells like to me. It smells like carrot cake. And I love carrot cake. I love red velvet cake. I don't do sweets a lot, but I love red velvet cake and I love carrot cake. And that's exactly what this fragrance smells like to me. I am just so intrigued by how it smells. Oh man, this stuff is breathtaking as it relates to how it smells. Now, I have some issue with performance. Again, I am exploring this further to kind of make sure I can kind of nail it down as it relates to how many hours this is lasting. Kind of getting a little bit of a mixed review for myself as it relates to when I wear it, as far as how long it's been lasting. But I seemingly have a little bit of issue with performance. But performance aside, I am just intrigued by how this stuff smells. So from the house of Amouage, again, make sure you check this one out. It's called Meander. All right, guys, the next fragrance up, this is one that I won't spend a lot of time on as well because I've talked about it enough over the past few months. From the house of Initio Profondo, this is Blessed Baraka. This is Blessed Baraka, but again, there's not enough words to describe how good this stuff is. Cinnamon, you have some sandalwood, you have some musk, and this as well. This stuff is just phenomenal, man. It just smells so good. I love spices, and again, I keep saying this, I love cinnamon. I love cinnamon, and this is just a sexy cinnamon fragrance. That's the best way to describe it. It's kind of mature, kind of sexy, kind of mysterious, and I love that about this one. I can't get enough of smelling this one. Every time I go into my closet, this is one I just like to pick up, and even if I'm not wearing it, and at least smell it, because I love it so much. So again, from the house of Initio Profondo, my favorite from the house, this is called Blessed Baraka. All right, now next up on the list, guys, this one from the house is from the house of Christian Dior, and this is called Dior Ambre Nuit. Dior Ambre Parfum. This is the original formulation. This one is from 2014. I checked the batch code on this. This is the original formulation of this stuff. If you guys can see, I want to hold it up. Look how dark the juice is. Almost the color of cognac. This stuff is phenomenal, guys. It again really smells a lot like the original Dior Homme Intense, but instead of the iris being more amped up, I feel like they amped up the leather note more in this one. So it's a little bit more masculine because the leather versus that powdery iris that you get from Dior Homme Intense. Both are phenomenal. But again, man, this thing right here is absolutely fantastic. It is definitely, in my humble opinion, a masterpiece of a fragrance. And again, I actually acquired this one a little bit more recently. I spent a pretty nice dollar for this because it is an original formulation. But man, this stuff is as good as advertised. So I've been really enjoying this one as of late. Again, this is the original formulation of Dior Ambre Parfum. So if you can find it and they're not trying to hit you over the head too hard for it, it's definitely worth taking a look at. Now, some people say the newer formulation of this or the new released Dior Ambre Parfum is good as well. I haven't smelled it, but I know that the OG is as good as advertised. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list, me and the missus talked about this one on one of our last episodes that where I featured her from the house of Christian Dior. This is called Ambre Nuit. Oh, Ambre Nuit, Ambre Nuit, you stole my beating heart. This stuff is good, man. It has rose, pink pepper, ambergris, and patchouli. Sexy as heck. You just gotta smell this stuff. If you never put your nose on it, guys, trust me, the people that have talked about this scent and have experienced this scent will tell you how good this stuff is. So if you can, just do it. Get your nose on it from the house of Christian Dior. Again, this is called Ambre Nuit. All right, guys, and last but not least, fragrances I've been really obsessed with or loving as of late. This one is from the house of Roja Dove as well, and this is called Amber Aoud. Amber Aoud, and this again is a rose oud combination. But like I said when I talked about this before, you can take my favorite rose fragrances. You take Portrait of a Lady, Portrait of a Man, and you take New York Oud, you take Oud Satin Oud, and kind of take the best of everything from those fragrances and put it in a bottle. That's this right here. And you guys know that I love rose and oud. Oh, man. But just again, in this, and I'm not saying that you don't in those fragrances, but I'm just specifically talking about this one. You smell the quality. It is so smooth, so well composed, so well blended. Now it is expensive. This retails for $765, but man, I smell the quality in this fragrance. And again, for somebody that loves rose and oud, this is one that is definitely top of the line. So check it out. Get a sample of it. At least get a sample of it. I know it's expensive, but get a sample, guys. If you love the notes of rose and oud, I'm sure that you will love this masterpiece from Roja Dove, Roja Parfums. Again, this is called Amber Aoud. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time, man. I hope you enjoyed this list as I chronicled 10 fragrances in my collection that I've been currently loving here as of late. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time and attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do. And I sincerely appreciate that. I don't take it for granted. Now, if you guys don't mind, make sure you take a few moments to go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it out to some other folks that may, find this kind of content informative or entertaining. I'm Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love looking good, and I love to smell what? Amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good. Keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.